Okay, today what we're going to do is something really simple, and this is designed for students who are learning to read music, especially the elementary stuff. All those notes that you learn on the first 6 strings. Let's see if we can create a way of remembering those notes. Not that this hasn't been done before, but at least a system that'll enable us to remember the names of the notes, and something that we can have a bit of fun with as well. So what we're going to do, as is mentioned in the tutorial heading, it's ABC. So it's basically the musical alphabet. Now, when our students learn the notes on the first 3 strings, they usually start off 10 times out of 10 learning E, F, G on your first string. Then the next one is B, C, D, B, C, D, and then G, A. Now, while many don't have a problem with learning how to read the note and then translate that note to the guitar, they many times forget the name of the note. They'll know what it is and can play it, but can't remember the name. So we're going to make an alphabet that deals with the first 3 strings that you learn the notes on. Now that's going to start with your second finger on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. So that's A. There it is there. Then the next note you're going to play is on the 2nd string, open. That's B. The next fret on the same string, 2nd string, 1st fret, 1st finger will be C. And then the next note will be the 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string still, and that'll be D. Then we move on to the 1st string, down the bottom there. Open is E, and the next note will be 1st finger, 1st fret, same string, 1st string, F. And then the next note, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 1st string, G. So there's your first musical alphabet, which could sound like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Just like that. Now when you try to play through them that quickly, it might be a little bit confusing. So take it steady. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now what we often do is time our students to see how long it will take them to get through there. Just in minutes, you know, like with a stopwatch, so to speak. So the faster, that's good. However, the metronome, which you can get online, find a metronome online, that can help especially parents with younger students to keep in time. And we can help you with that here, learning how to use a metronome. Just keep it in time as you play those notes, rather than which we all do when we first start, because we're thinking about where these notes are. Alright, so we've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, when you get sick of doing that, turn it around. Do it the other way around. G, F, E, D, C, B, A. And you can do that slowly and then speed up. And then you'll really burn, like a branding iron, those notes in your brain. So you'll never forget them. They'll always be there, hopefully. Now, let's say that's our first alphabet. Now, as you progress in your music reading and through the course we do here, or wherever you are in the world, whatever system you're learning to read, you'll get to the 5th, 4th string as well. Now, when we get to that point, we can add in another alphabet, which is going to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So just to explain that, on the 5th string first, it'll be A, open, B, second finger, second fret, C, third finger, third fret. Then we'll move down to the fourth string, which will be D open, then with your second finger, second fret on that fourth string, it'll E. The next note with your third finger will be F, and then on the third fret, of course. The note after that will be down another string. It'll be on the third string, G. There we have it, G on the third string. So there's an alphabet in itself. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Or G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Righto, so you've got two alphabets now that you can use. Let's put them together and play them through. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now let's try that a bit slower if you want to play along. So starting on the fifth string, open, A, then B, C, D, E, F, G, and then A. Starting the next one, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, the first book that we use to teach these notes doesn't go any higher than A, really, this next A up here. So if you're not already up there, that'll be news to you. However, you can make another alphabet from that note, which is about just before halfway through the book. You learn about this note, this A here. So we have an A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, if you've got a classical guitar, which most students have when they first start, you've got the body comes around here. So I've got a heap of access up here on this guitar, so I can reach that G there quite easy. You might find it a bit harder. You might have to use a finger like that if you want to be fussed with all that. But anyway, if you get to this point, which I hope you do, so what we'll do is we'll play all these notes in this next alphabet on the E string, the first string. So here we have it. The first one is A on the fifth fret, first finger, as you can see. And if you can, try and replicate the fingers that I use rather than going, because that'll get a little bit harder when you try to go quicker later on. All right, so the first note, A, fifth fret. Next one is B on the seventh fret. Next one is C on the eighth fret. Then use your pointer finger and come up to the 10th fret, and that'll be D. And then the next one on the 12th fret is E. Next one, that'll be F, and that's on the 13th fret. And then finally you'll have the G on the 15th fret. That's right. Okay, so in this case, you have an alphabet, or three alphabets. If you want to, you can just go, or, as we should do it. But then what you can also do is put them all together and play the three of them. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And now you might be thinking, well, what about the poor old sixth string? Why don't we have any? Why isn't he in there? Just remember that your sixth string is exactly the same notes as you have on the first string. So sixth string and first string will have exactly the same note names. Not the same notes, but the same note names, because one's very high and one's very low. So you have E, F, G. So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Why we start on A is because that's a logical alphabet. But that is actually the A minor scale when you start on A. And if you want to finish up there, that's A even higher again. But on this guitar, we run out of alphabets, full alphabets that is. So there you have it. There you have the names of your notes. And it's great to see the effort that you students go through to learn how to play the notes from the book without writing them in, because that just makes it so much harder when you start getting 2 or 3 different E's or F's or whatever it is. So remember the names of the notes, remember what they are in music form, and then the language of music that we speak together will make a lot more sense. All right, so see how you go with that then.